Good fine early morning tubes. So walking back from my friend's house, the zipper on my jacket breaks. I'm like, no big deal. I get to the apartment complex and to unlock an outside door, and the outside key snaps and gets stuck in the lock. I was able to pull it out. And of course, my water heater's broken. And the person who came in to fix it said that he had to order a part, and he was able to slow down the leaking. I wake up in the morning and there's a puddle of water by my bed, and I'm like, what the f? Come to find out it was my water heater. I'm like, oh, that's just great. You know, part of my New Year's resolution is going to be working on my temper and working on my confidence and not letting simple, stupid shit like that irritate me. I mean, keys are gonna break, water heaters are gonna leak, zippers are gonna break. It just happens. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. You know, life is chaotically unpredictable like that. I was gonna upload a singing video to YouTube earlier, but I messed up on a couple of the songs, and I'm like, nah, that's. I don't claim to be the greatest singer in the world, but I guess I do alright. At least I try to put myself out there. Also, I'll be doing a spicy calzone and or pizza video later on for YouTube. So, giving you all a heads up on the new cooking video that'll be happening real shortly. So, I received a couple comments on some videos. The first one being on a recent Pipe Thoughts video I posted. Someone called me a snowflake because I was bitching about the drug war against weed and bitching about the racism in our society. This person literally commented, this dude's whining about the marijuana drug war and racism in our society. What a snowflake. I got called a fucking snowflake for whining about racism and marijuana prohibition. Like, I wasn't whining, I was just telling it like it is. And the fact that it's 2018 and some people haven't really progressed into the 21st century, that was the only point I was trying to make. And it really just goes to show you how stupid some people really are. I don't mean for that to sound as condescending as it came off, but I'm just saying. You want the definition of a true snowflake, YouTube. And look at Donald Trump whining because he's getting bullied by people on Saturday Night Live. Oh, they made fun of me. Come on. Music is a gift that should be shared with everyone. It's universally understood. And then I received another comment on another video that I made called Junk Mail. The majority of what I got in the mail was just random. And one person commented, isn't that a bit hypocritical considering the junk you put in the mail? And then they hyphened your wands. Oh man, if that was supposed to be an insult, it wasn't very clever. Considering that when I go to my Etsy and I check the reviews, all 21 reviews that people have done so far are nothing but 5 stars. And on the 2 newest reviews, one person writes, the best Christmas present I have ever gotten for someone, given them, yeah, kind of thing. So, a couple people bought these for as gifts for other people, so that's pretty cool. That was on the red holiday wand. Here's a review on a recent silver wand I made for the batch. This is the most amazing wand I have owned/ordered. I bought one of Gothic D's bullshit wands that supposedly had magical powers preloaded in them. I attempted to cast a wisdom/intellect spell to help me pass my finals in college, and needless to say, I failed. I just got a retake on them, which I have no idea how I was able to pull off, but I casted the same spell for the same situation with King Cobra's wand, and I got a B-. This is unreal. If you don't believe in magic, buy one of these wands and learn a few spells. I will forever be grateful. Well worth the price. Now, the overall statement of that is well worth the price. I mean, honest testimony from customers, you can't beat that. You really can't. On the parlor wand, shipped quickly and just as described. I couldn't be happier with it. Got it as a gift for a friend. He was equally pleased. Thank you so much. We're jamming Trails of the Abyss right now. Yeah, there we go. I know I've gotten several reviews like this. People saying, oh, I'm in love with my wand, or the product looks good. Now, I don't think Gothic D really is selling wands. I think somebody is pretending to be her and selling shitty, overpriced wands that don't work, and then they're doing it because they want to fuck with me and cause more drama. They think it's funny to watch two goths fight on YouTube, and really it's stupid. Like, the whole thing started because Gothic D gave me some kind of shout out on YouTube, and I responded back with, hey, thanks for the shout out. And then people took it as I was flirting with her, and obviously I wasn't. You know, I was just trying to be polite and get her more subscribers, and, you know, people started a bunch of drama and just to watch it unfold. Which brings me to my next point. Ask yourself, how would it feel if I was in that person's shoes? You wouldn't like it if somebody was trying to start a bunch of drama in your life. So why do it to other people? I mean, it just shows you how fucking thick people are and how miserable they are. They're willing to pin two people against each other just to watch the fireworks and, you know, the back and forth, you know. And I got out of hand and said some things, you know, and she got out of hand and said some things, and it's stupid shit. And even if she is, so what? You know, it's friendly competition. But Gothic D's so-called wands are blessed by a warlock and literally being charged $600 to $700 a wand. That's too expensive. I mean, the simplest question I could ask you is, would you rather have a wand made by a warlock or have a wand blessed by a warlock? Personally, I'd rather have a wand made by a warlock. It's much more powerful. And the thing of it is you cannot preload wands with magic. You can only preload them with spells. The difference. Like consecrating, like, health and stuff like that into the wand, yeah. But, yes, there'll definitely be a cooking video later on. I'm trying to recreate that spicy pizza and trying to make it into a giant spicy hot pocket for YouTube. I literally could not make this up if I tried. I walk home from my friend's house, the front door key, back door key / whatever, outside door key breaks. Easy enough to replace. The zipper on my coat breaks, the heater breaks. That's part of life, YouTube. It's chaotically unpredictable. And the unfortunate reality of it is it's going to happen whether you like it or not. So the best thing you can do is roll with the punches, so to speak. Life gives you lemons, make Bacardi Lemore. Or what if I put chocolate in a calzone instead of something spicy? These are all good ideas. One way or another, there's going to be a new cooking video up later on today. The zipper broke on one of my jackets, but at least I was warm enough that it wasn't going to bother me walking home. The key breaks, but I'm still able to get inside without having to resort to stupid shit. You know, and the silver lining too is that it was the outside key, not the key to my actual apartment, because that would kind of suck. I'm not gonna lie. Now, if you want to get better at guitar or better at anything in life, YouTube, practice, patience, and dedication. Do you think I got that good at guitar overnight? And the answer is no, YouTube. I've been playing guitar since junior high, so it's taken me a couple years to kind of, you know, I mean, I was getting it on the guitar earlier. Tell you what, a little early to be playing that. So no, that's yeah, no. I started working on my album again, and I got this beat combined. And when I was playing guitar with the beat earlier, it sounded pretty cool. Trying to get ideas down for writing the next song. Now, after the 9th album is produced, I'm gonna write a scary story about a mutated snake. Yeah, because why not? People love a good read, you know. Well, that story's been done before. I'm sure it has, but it doesn't hurt to have a retake on it. Sometimes in life, you're going to encounter struggles and you're going to encounter BS. The important thing is not to let it get to you. Sometimes it is what it is, and just I might do a singing video for YouTube later on when it's not so early in the morning with the guitar and what have you, and just stick to a couple of songs. That way I'm not tiring my voice out. But you know, it's weird because when I sing along to the artist through the headphones, I can hear myself and I'm matching the artist's pitch perfect. But then when I hear myself sing on camera, watching it on video, it's like, ew. I don't know. People might say like, oh well, your guitar playing sucks, or your singing stinks. At least I'm putting myself out there. What are you doing? Talking smack. No, but when someone called my wands junk mail, I was like, that's just uncalled for. I made a legit business out of this. And yeah, the trolls have tried really hard to fuck up my wand business. But it's safe to say that they've failed miserably. You know, when life kicks you in the Asperger's, you get back up. And you look at life and you say, is that the best you got? I'm still standing. Don't take crap from nothing or nobody. You're not a cigarette butt. You're not a doormat. So why would you let people walk all over you? Never mistake someone's kindness for weakness. Kind people are a rarity these days. It seems like common courtesy is out the window. I feel like people use the word snowflake like it's an insult, and no, dude, wow. To get called a snowflake for bitching about the problems in our society, that really makes you think, doesn't it? So there was this story on the news. This dad was picking up his daughter from school, and they brought their family dog with them. And of course, their family dog happened to be a pit bull. And of course, the pit bull got out of the car, and some third and fourth graders were attacked. And after these third and fourth graders got attacked by the pit bull, all of a sudden people are trying to make pit bulls illegal. And yet, they're not doing anything about the AR-15. They're not restricting sales of it. They're not, trying to ban it. My point being is, it's not the gun or the dog's fault, it's the owner's. Now, maybe, just maybe, guns like AR-15s should be in a separate class, and getting guns like that should be a lot harder and a lot stricter. And maybe we should raise the age to 21. You know, and it's just common fucking sense and courtesy. And asking yourself, how would it feel? Okay, so you're pissed off at the world. Boo-hoo. Mass shootings don't solve anything. They really don't. And how would you feel if you lost somebody you cared about, someone you loved, to something as horrible as a mass shooting? You'd feel horrible. I guarantee it. You'd feel like shit. So what gives you the right to do it to somebody else? Oh, because someone called you a faggot. Wow. Of course, these days we live in a society where you can get sued for calling somebody a faggot. Which, I don't like the fact that we live in a sue-happy society. Did I say that out loud? Oh, jeez. Now, I'm all for equality, but there's a fine point between equality and, you know, these two gay dudes that are getting married in Colorado go to a cake shop to get a cake for their wedding. The cake shop owner could have put rainbows and dicks on it and sent it on its way with no problem. But because the bake shop owner was a Christian who was against homosexuality and that sort of thing, he refused to serve this couple their wedding cake. And rightfully so, the gay couple felt discriminated against, so they sued the cake shop owner. Now here's the tricky part of it. You can't discriminate against a customer based off of things like their sexual orientation and that sort of thing. But if you're a private business owner, you have the right to refuse service to anyone, especially because of his religious beliefs. You can't violate those either, so it's kind of like, oh my god. So people on the one hand were saying, well, he had the right because he's, it's part of his religion. Okay. If you want to make that argument, here's the thing, Slick. If I went into a cake shop owner's bakery with my hot goth female fiance and I asked him to make us a cake, and if he said, no, I'm not going to serve you, you people look satanic, get the hell out of my store. At some point, I'm going to be like, you two, at some point, you have to ask yourself, okay, some fights are just not worth fighting. I mean, you could just take your business somewhere else. And the sad part of it is the case involving that married couple in Colorado ended up going to Supreme Court in Colorado because both sides supposedly had a fair argument. You can't discriminate against somebody because of what they believe in, but at the same time you have to respect people's religious beliefs, because if you live in a Western society, people's religious beliefs are tolerated. That's why you're seeing an uprising and people practicing witchcraft and that sort of thing, because they have the freedom to do so. I don't see why people have a problem with, that's the funny thing of it. Catholics hate homosexuality, yet there's an almost naked man on a cross and you worship it blindly like some kind of cult. And you want to sit there and rip on homosexuals, but what about the underage nastiness that goes on in Catholic churches that people like to make jokes about because it's that bad? Let's stop that problem. Tell clergymen that sex is not a sin. That God himself said the person must be 18 or older, it must be consensual, and it must be safe. You allow that to happen, I guarantee you that pedophilia would be eliminated from the Catholic Church. How much do you want to bet? How much do you want to bet? I fucking hate pedos. Ooh. Things are different. The sex offender list was done right the first time. It actually said what you were on the list for. But now some bigoted asshole was like, we gotta protect these people that are getting killed because apparently people were hunting down these people that were convicted of nasty shit and killing them, serving justice. And I'm like, what's wrong with that? I think hunting pedophiles should be perfectly legal. If you're 100% without a doubt convicted and there's proof to back it up, then yeah, open season all year round. But it really makes you think, YouTube, you can rape a woman and get like 8 to 9 months in prison, but if you get caught with marijuana, that's 15 years to life. You get probation. You can't even get a student loan or a college loan. So why is something that has so much medical potential being criminalized worse than forcibly raping a woman? It makes me sick to my stomach, YouTube. Not only that, but our vets can't even smoke it for their PTSD. They fight for our freedom. Just to get thrown in prison for trying to treat something they got fighting for our freedom. It's fucking disgusting. Having common sense doesn't cost you a penny. Inserting your 2 cents doesn't cost you a penny. That doesn't necessarily mean everybody wants to hear it. Anyways, YouTube, thank you for watching me rant and rave. I'll catch you cool cobras on the flip side.